What's going on, beautiful people? What's going on? It is your boy Nico. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're not going to discuss where I've been, or what I've been up to. If you guys even care or want to know, leave me a comment down below and let's have a comment party, and then maybe in the next video, I'll discuss that. But in this video, I just wanted to finish off the chapter of my selling series. As you guys may or may not know, I've been selling a lot of my old stuff or brand new stuff that I've never even worn. I just decided to declutter my closet, declutter my life, and just get rid of these things. Most of the stuff was brand new, so I was just I just want to get rid of it. I'm not wearing it, and I just wanted to find it a happier home. And the website that I chose to sell on was Grailed. It was just much more easier for me versus eBay. I still don't get eBay like that, but Grailed is just easier for me. You just take a picture, you post it, and then you just wait for somebody to either bid on it or purchase it. I don't take things for granted. That's number one. Nor do I people feeling sorry for me or woe as me. But this video is more informative for you guys to watch out for things, helpful hints when selling your stuff, and just to be precautious with your stuff, because you guys, I got scammed. And I wish this is the first time that I got scammed, but this is the third time that I got scammed in my whole entire life. Not in Grailed itself, but this is the first time on Grailed and the third time in my life. So each time that I get scammed, I learn a lesson, and then now I'm so woke that I'm gonna be watching you scammers, you stalkers, all of that. I'm just so woke now. But I just really wanted to help you guys, just so you guys can understand what to look for. So let's just backtrack. I'm gonna give you guys as much information as possible without revealing too much of my personal information, because I don't know if this stalker or scammer is watching this video, and if they do, you better watch out, because I'm coming after you, and the authorities are too. But let me just start from the beginning. So as I said, I used Grailed. I just found it much more easier, and at this point, sorry about that. So I've been selling a lot of stuff, thousands of dollars worth of stuff. So then now I posted these pair of Margielas. I don't know if I still have a picture. If I do, I'll try to link everything down in the description box, or somewhere in this video so you guys can see. So I had these pair of Margielas that were size too big. So if you guys don't know, Margielas run true to size. But I bought them in a 44 because they were on sale, and I must have had to get them. And of course, my foot doesn't grow anymore, so I don't know why I bought a larger size thinking that they were going to fit me when they won't. So I bought a size 44, and I was like, you know what, let me try to wear them. And I wore them probably once, and they were way too big, so I just left them in my closet. And now, years later, I decided to post them on Grailed. So I think I posted them for $270, and the original price was probably $6.95, and I probably paid $4.95 or something like that. So I listed them for $270. So this person, his name was, I think, let me just see. Let me just get you guys real facts and real information. I have everything here in my phone. So this dude's name, his name was Hector Troncoso or something like that. So then, everybody has profiles on Grailed. So, I guess he was looking for a pair of Margielas, and then he didn't even bid on it. He just bought it outright. You normally don't get a lot of people buying things outright. You normally have to relist it, drop it down 10%, or they would put a lower price. If I'm selling for $270, they'll put it for $200. But then I'll be like, okay, no, I want it for $210, and then he'll be like, no, $205. And then if I want to just let it go, I just let it go. And a lot of these items on my Grailed account, I just let go, because again, I don't want all these things cluttering in my closet, nor do I want just to hold on to these things for no reason because I'm not wearing it. So he bought it outright. So then I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. And it was the day of my birthday, so I was like, oh my goodness, wow, lucky me, lucky me. So then he told me, this was the first thing that I should have listened to. He told me, hey, the address because on Grailed you have to put the address that matches your Grailed account or whatever information that is on your statement of your credit cards or a debit card or whatever you're going to use. But he told me, hey, I'm going to be in New York, so can you just ship it to this address in New York instead of my address in California? And I'm just like, okay, even better for me, because I don't have to pay all that money for shipping. So now I sent out these pair of sneakers probably the next day, because when I'm doing my Grailed items, I like to send them out the next day or the next 2 days later. And I do usually express shipping, or it just depends on where you are and how I'm feeling of the day. So then I sent the item to the Bronx. Now, I'm so sorry, you beautiful people. If you guys live in the Bronx, I'm so sorry, but I just don't prefer the Bronx. I just don't prefer it. Not that anything bad happened to me per se, but it's just a trek for me. I live in Brooklyn, so it's a trek for me to go to the Bronx. It's just nothing good out there. You know, I'm always hearing terrible things, and I just don't put myself in, you know, terrible situations. So I don't like the Bronx. That's what I'm just gonna say. So it was the Bronx, and I was just like, oh gosh, here we go. So then I shipped the item the next day to this address that he gave me in the Bronx. So then I, like 2 to 3 days later, I got the item back saying, like, you know, it was the wrong address. And then when I was at the post office, like, they was like, oh, this zip code doesn't match the address that you gave us. So I'm talking on the app like, hey, you know, what is your zip code, because it's not matching the thing. He said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So then he gave me, like, let's say 1,000. So then I reshipped it to the 1,000 zip code, and then I got it back to, like, not my house, to, like, I don't ship things from my house just because I know I'm kind of, you know, secretive like that. So I don't want anybody to know where I live. So I don't ship things from my house. I ship it from another address that's, like, you know, has nothing to do with me. So I ship it from another address, and then I got it back to that address with the box all torn open. Like, the box was like torn, like somebody like ripped it open to see what was inside of it. But I got it back, all the items were still inside. So then I texted the dude, and I was just like, you know, on the Grailed app, I was like, you know, hey, what was going on? You know, the box came back, you know, and then he was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, the zip code is 1001. So then again, this is the second time that I had to pay posting to go and ship the item back to him, right? So then, you know, I asked him, like, you know, on the Grailed app, you could put your tracking information. So then I usually put signature confirmation too, just because, again, I've been scammed before, so I want to stay woke. So then I usually put the tracking information as long as with the shipping confirmation. So then I sent it to this dude, and then, you know, I saw it delivered on the app, and I was made sure to confirm with him through the app, hey, did you get the sneakers? Because it says it's been delivered. And he says, yeah, I got it. Thank you so much. You know, you're awesome. Blase, blase. Like, maybe like 5 days, maybe like 5 to 6 days later, like business days later, I got a notification on PayPal saying that they took money from my account. So then, you know, I'm like, what's going on? I called them immediately, like the second, like, hey, and I was at dinner with a coworker. Like, I went to dinner, I remember it specifically, and I had to tell them, excuse me, and I left to go ahead and have a conversation with PayPal. So I called PayPal up and say, hey, what's going on? Like, you know, I'm receiving this chargeback, you know, this is ridiculous, what's going on? And then they was like, they insured me. They asked me what was the tracking information, and then I sent them the tracking information, and it says delivered, signed by the recipient. So then they were like, oh my goodness, we're so sorry, like, you know, we see it says it's signed, don't worry. They put the money immediately back into my account, saying, you know, don't worry, you know, you're gonna win this case regardless, because it says it was signed by the individual. So then they put the money back in my account, and then I went back to dinner and went on about my business. Tell me why, like, you know, another 5 days later, they took the money back from my account again, and they sent me an email saying, let's see what it says. It says, hello, Nico, blah. As previously communicated, your buyer opened a dispute for the following reasons. The buyer stated that they did not authorize this purchase. So then I was going crazy. And now I'm at work on this day. I probably spent 4 to 5 hours on the phone with PayPal, because to get in contact with them, you have to wait like 45 minutes to speak to the next representative, and I'm at work, so I'm putting it on speakerphone while I have to do my work, and then it was just like back and forth. Sometimes the phone will get disconnected, they will ask you for your number, they would not call you back or anything like that. So then I finally got to speak to someone, and they were saying that you actually lost the case because you didn't ship it to the address that matches the credit card. And then I was just like, excuse me? Like, how am I supposed to know to ship things to the address with the credit card? I don't have this dude's credit card information. I don't know what this dude is talking about, but they said that you got tricked. And then he said to ship it to this other address, which does not match the address that they have on file. So then he put out a chargeback saying that he did not make this purchase. So basically, all in all, I was furious. I basically lost the case, and PayPal was no help at all. So basically, this video is to tell you that, you know, beware as a seller, because PayPal does not have your back. Grailed does not have your back. It only has the backs of the buyers, on the buyer's end. So if you're a buyer and you're a scammer, basically you're gonna win. And I immediately called my good friend Daniela, and then, you know, she was telling me how she got scammed on PayPal as well. So I'm just a little bit like, you know, I'm not understanding PayPal's, you know, reasoning of why they don't protect the seller. They said that I got tricked. They basically blamed it all on me of why I sent it to this address instead of this address, why this happened versus this happened. Oh, and they basically use words as in tricked, you got duped, you got, you know, fooled, you got like all of these words to make me feel like, you know, it was my fault that I shipped it to this address versus the buyer's fault telling me to ship it. And me, again, because I got scammed before, I save all information. I save all text messages. I save all voicemails. I save everything just so I can have all my documentations. So if anything were to come up, I have my proof. So I was telling PayPal, hey, you know, I have the proof. I have, you know, the wording in the statement saying that he got it, saying him to ship it to my address. They were like, that has nothing to do with them. That's all on Grailed. Contact Grailed. So now I contacted Grailed immediately. Do you think Grailed got back to me? Do you guys really think Grailed got back to me? Asking me why, you know, of anything? So like, that made me also wonder, like, wow, like these apps don't have your back. First of all, they take a percentage. I think it is 3 to 4% if I'm not mistaken, and then PayPal takes like 10% of your money that you own. So it's not like you're even getting the full $270. I probably got like $240 or 200 and I don't know what exactly I got, but I know I got less than the money that he paid for. So that's number one. Number two, they charged me a $20 chargeback fee. So not only did I get charged back $270, I got charged back $290 because they wanted their fee of charging the chargeback. And I was just like, wow. But you guys, I was so furious. I was so angry. But then I'm like, you know what? Like, thank God. Like, thank God it was only $290 because it could have been like $2,000. I could have sold like something that was way more expensive, and then I would have really thought that, you know, they would have, like, you know, said something, but PayPal said absolutely nothing that I wanted to hear. You know, I was yelling at them on the phone because when I get angry, I get really angry, like really, really badly angry that, you know, everybody really hates. And I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on myself, beautiful people. So, you know, I'm just still furious. I'm over it now because this is a new year, and I told myself, like, Nico, like, you know, just let go of all of that other stuff like happened previously last year. You know, it's always a lesson, you know, like, just be smarter. So moving forward, basically, you guys just have to make sure what you're selling, make sure you always get a signature confirmation. Like, just because I lost doesn't mean you guys are going to lose as well. I'm just deciding to take the case as far as I want to take it, and I did my own little investigation. This dude, he was a real scammer, like real scammer, because the address that he had was to a house that was foreclosed, and then the address that he had to send me to, it was like an apartment complex with like all these apartment complexes that they said that the building was condemned. It was just like, this is why I don't mess with the Bronx, number one. But anyway, these are the things that I want you guys to do. So whenever you guys are selling something, make sure you guys have your documentations of everything saying that, you know, what happened, have the conversation, save the conversation, screenshot the conversations, whatever you may want to do. Make sure you only send it to the address that the person has connected to their PayPal. So if they, like, it automatically tells you, like, when you're buying something, it automatically says, hey, oh, this person bought something and ship it to this address. Don't listen to the second address that this person has to say, because that's an indication that it could be a scam already. Always do signature confirmation, and always do, what else did I always do? Just make sure that you have insurance on the package, because again, I got the package back in ripped up shape. So if something was missing, of course, insurance would pay for that. What else? I think that is about it, but I definitely wanted to come on here to share with you guys my experience with Grailed and PayPal. I'm very disappointed in both companies, so I'm really on the fence with using PayPal now. The number one app that I use for everything is Venmo. Venmo to me has shown me, like, you know, consistent services throughout. You know, like, the money is there, the money goes back faster, you know, like, it's just consistent. I love it. Do not use Cash App. Cash App is a scam app. I got scammed on Cash App before. So again, that's another story for another time. So I'm never using that app. PayPal, you know, I'm on the fence. Like, I immediately, when they took that money out of my account, because they're so quick to take that money out, whether you're wrong or right. Like, let's say somebody charged back, even by accident or anything, they will snatch that money from your account immediately without even contacting you, without even saying, you know, hey, finding out more. They will snatch that money back for you until you contact them. So I snatch all my money from PayPal because I'm not trusting that company right now. You know, we're gonna have to talk some more for me to put some trust back onto them. You know, I still have items on Grailed, but I'm probably gonna take it all off and then figure out probably a reseller like The Real or these other stores in New York that I probably will look into. But again, I'll probably, like, honestly, the rest of the stuff that I have on there, I'll probably like give it away, or you know, whatever I decide to do with it, just find it a better home, because I'm just not really trusting Grailed either, because one, they never got back to me. They should have more protections for the sellers, because the sellers are the ones who's actually getting scammed. They're the ones who's paying their fee. So I would think that they would, you know, have more, you know, gratification for the seller versus the buyer, who's just like the one who's scamming. And for all you scammers out there, trust me, I am watching you guys. I am woke. I am aware. I am one eye open, you know, listening to really what you gotta say. All in all, I hope you beautiful people have an amazing day. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys, what you guys want to hear next. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a 2019 wish list video. Or I think I'm gonna do like a luxury jewelry collection, or I'm probably gonna show you guys all the new things that I got. Always talk about what I'm wearing, but I guess I will talk about it now. This is a Coach hat. My hair's not done, so I definitely had to put a hat on. This is an Alexander Wang t-shirt. They got rid of the T-line. I think this is actually a women's shirt that I just bought in an extra large, or I think an extra large, and it fits really well. The only thing I don't like about it is short, but it's okay for this video because, you know, you don't see it. And I'm wearing, I think, a pair of, like, you know, my pajama bottoms, and the jewelry that I have is this, so I will definitely talk about it in the next video if you guys care to know what it's about. But I hope you beautiful people have an amazing day, and you know what, I'm not gonna say I'm back, but I'm back, and I'm ready to start pumping out these videos because I know you guys miss your boy, and I kind of low-key miss YouTube, and I'm seeing the people pop up with all of these channels. And YouTube has changed so much, you know, I'm just like, anyway, you know, I digress. None of this stuff is sponsored. I bought all of this stuff with my own money. And I hope you beautiful people have an amazing day. Peace. I'll catch you in the next video.